All right, Calcifer, let's get cooking.
I don't cook! I'm a scary and powerful fire demon!
That's right. That's a good fire.
Markle, get the plates.
Wait a second, you're all gonna eat while I do all the work?
That breakfast from Studio Ghibli's Howl's Moving Castle is a classic. It's simple, it's hearty, it's fiery.
May all your bacon burn.
So today, I'm going to recreate that dish. I'll show you how you can make a faithful version just like the movie. It's so simple, you can do this in under 15 minutes. But that's not all. I thought about some ways to make it more complete. A few new ingredients, some additional techniques, and a little dash of color that takes this meal to the next level. Don't worry, I'm not complicating things. You can easily do this as well. Let's get to it. First up is the version that Sophie and Howl cooked together with the power of Calcifer's demonic flames. The magic here is in the simplicity. You only need two key components, thick cut bacon and eggs. Now, in the movie, the bacon are these huge meaty slabs. So, instead of regular thick cut bacon, I have some leftover pork belly slices from Ponyo's ramen video, which you can check after this one. These slices are quite thick and they resemble bacon quite a bit with the layers of fat and pork. I cut out the rind as they can get a little chewy. So I'm gonna grab my cast iron skillet just like Sophie does in the movie. You need something that retains heat, and cast iron is the best at doing that. First, I'm laying down all the pork belly slices down with the heat just turned on medium. The goal here is for the heat to gradually heat the cast iron and melt the fat of the bacon, which will allow the pork belly to be tender in the middle and crispy on the surface. There's no oil needed here. The fat from the pork belly will be plenty enough for our eggs. This is the music of a great breakfast. We want a bit of char, some crispy edges, and the inside parts that stay juicy. Let the pan do the work. Once the pork belly looks incredible, I'll shift it over to one side. Now for the eggs. For this authentic version, they go directly into that hot pork fat. 1, 2, 3, and it looks like I can fit in one more. I'm cracking as many eggs as I can fit in the pan. Calcifer, want some eggshells? No? Fine. You can see the whites bubbling away and the bottom and edges get that lovely crispiness. I'll tilt the pan to get some of that fat over the whites to help them cook. Not the yolk though, they gotta stay runny, just like in the movie. This will only take a minute or two. To assemble, place the pork belly on the side of the plate and I'll slowly slide the eggs right now. Uh-oh, there goes one egg. I'll just cover that up, nothing to see here. A slice of bread along with some coffee and tea on the side, and there you have it, a movie-accurate plate of Calcifer's breakfast. You may notice that the pork belly does not have a red hue to it like bacon, and that's because it's not smoked or cured. It's a more natural look. No looks maxing here.
So friends, enjoy. Bon appetit.
Bon appetit!
Taking a bite, it's savory, fatty, and rich. A crunchy, crusty exterior, and the yolk spills out and coats everything. It's good for the soul, but probably not for the heart or your arteries. So that's good. But how can we make this better while keeping the spirit of Calcifer's breakfast? I have a couple of ideas. First, what would be the perfect complement to bacon and eggs? Breakfast potatoes would do the trick in my opinion. They add some carbs to the meal, and it's easy to make. Let me show you. I'm going to start by dicing a potato. I'm using a russet potato, but use whatever you have in your pantry. I also like to peel the skin, but if you want to keep the skin on, that's perfectly fine. Then I'll add the diced potatoes to a pot of salted water and bring it to a boil. As that starts to boil, I will melt some butter along with some cooking oil in a separate skillet. Potatoes tend to absorb a lot of oil, so I decided to do this without the bacon fat as the eggs will take advantage of that. When the potatoes are soft, drain the water and pat them dry with a paper towel. Then I will add them to the skillet on one layer and let them cook on medium heat. I will occasionally move the potatoes around to build a nice crust on as many sides as I can. This process takes about 10 minutes. At the end, I'll season the potatoes with some salt, pepper, paprika, and garlic powder, then set them aside. Next, I'll do our bacon and eggs, just like before. I'm using actual bacon this time around, mainly for the color. Whoops, let's try that again. I'm just gonna use 2 eggs this time around. It's not like I'm scared of messing up another egg. Nope, not at all. With these eggs almost ready, I'll add in some grape tomatoes to cook in any remaining bacon fat for a couple of minutes. They add a very nice pop of color to this dish. I'm also going to keep everything in the cast iron pan as I assemble this. I think it adds a nice touch to the visual appeal. The breakfast potatoes go in, and to finish, add some finely chopped green onions and a sprinkle of red chili flakes. This will add a bit of freshness, color, and a whisper of heat. And look at that. This looks lovely, wouldn't you say? I think Sophie and Howl would approve. Marco too. He's been deprived of good food for quite some time.
I can't remember the last time we had a real breakfast.
Crunchy on the outside, soft on the inside. Nice. Some nice juiciness from the tomato. There's a good contrast from the saltiness and the crispiness of the bacon. They just add a really nice balance to this meal anymore. So, all in all, very good. And there you have it, Calcifer's breakfast in 2 ways. Whether you go with the classic version or the slightly more balanced rendition, both are a tribute to the power of a good meal, whether it's cooked by a fire demon or you. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe so you don't miss out on more anime food in real life. I made some videos on Ponyo's Ramen and Persona's Le Bon Curry, which you can check them out over here. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Take care, everyone.